Welcome back to Beauty Boss Millionaire. I'm your host, Felicia Fracassi, and the objective of this episode is to just review your business and kind of look and see what is working and what's not working, especially now with this whole COVID-19. What worked for people last year isn't working this year, and really help you just to organize these current policies and procedures that you have in place.
Thank you for tuning in to the Beauty Boss Millionaire podcast. Her mission is to empower you with short, on-the-go business tips to help you successfully start and run your company like a boss and achieve financial freedom. And now, here's your host, Felicia Fracassi.
I'm going to quickly jump into it. One of the things that I always do in my business as every year progresses, like I said, every 6 months or every 3 months, once you've kind of decluttered your business and kind of taking down things that don't work, declutter the office, declutter whatever it is, the next thing that you want to do is figure out what is working in your company and what is not working. Do you find customers getting frustrated about the same thing over and over again? Well, then fix it. Fine tune that. If there's something that you can do to help, maybe have a 2-3 day guarantee or something like that where they can just come in, no questions asked, and they can get something fixed. Or maybe you have a policy that is not working internally for your employees. They keep on getting upset about this one thing. What can you do to fix that? That's something that I feel is so important that we do, because as you begin to grow, the same thing that worked for you last year, it won't work this year because things are different now. So you need to be able to be flexible and figure out what is not working in your company and how can you change it. For example, a lot of these meetings, people don't even want to even be in meetings anymore. If you can do a Zoom meeting, that's fine as well. I'm actually in the process right now of recording all of my meetings with my staff virtually. And then what they do is they just go and click on the link and we put a code in and they're able to actually view the meeting and they're able to listen to the audio of the meeting, and they only have access to it because with me growing, being virtual, it's good that we still have these meeting times together. So it's something that I have decided that we need to implement in our company, and that starts with just simply being aware of the times, being aware of what's going on around you, and being sensitive to other people. I feel like the biggest mistake a lot of business owners make is that they're not sensitive or in tune with what's going on in their company, from the customer's point of view or from the employee's point of view. And it makes me very frustrated when I see this, because you have to understand people are still human. They don't want to be talked to any type of way. They don't want to be treated any type of way. Like their opinion doesn't matter. And I feel like a lot of people, once they begin to have this power and this new thing, that they are not really connected, they're not really connected to the people that hold the company in their hands. And that's why I always love working on the floor. And I love still being involved with my company because it allows me to learn things too. And this hasn't happened with me, but I used to work for a company where I've seen the director who doesn't do our job. I've seen them yell at us about what we're doing wrong or what we need to fix, but they don't do our jobs. They don't really understand that you can't just do it like that. It's not that easy. So it's almost a good thing when you can look at the employees, sit down and have talks with them, just doing reviews of figuring out what's working and what's not working. Because a lot of times the stuff that you are trying to do is simply not working. It could be something small like, hey, we need to fix this first and then everything else will go smooth. Or maybe your day-to-day operations needs to change a little bit. For example, we used to always come into the store and we would do the customer callbacks. Well, things are changed now. We just have a text message that automates it, sends it to them. My employees absolutely hated calling people back just to get hung up on. You calling me too early, or who is this, wrong number? And it's just frustrating. So it's little things like that you can fine tune your business with. And even just in general, having those follow-ups are so important. And figuring out what works and what doesn't work is absolutely key. Because if you don't fix these things, and if you choose not to adjust and kind of just reevaluate your business, it's going to start to lose some of its stamina. You're going to have more frustrated customers, more upset people. I'm going to just quickly give this example. So, we have several different options in our store. We have like a cheaper lash, which is like, a $25, $35 lash, which is just like a cheap lash. And then we have the premium lash, which you can get wet. You can do all these different things with the lashes. It's just amazing. They stay on a longer time. So we would get reviews of people upset saying, the $35, the cheaper lashes, they only lasted me a week. How dare they charge me $35? But we had to actually sit down and come to an agreement with our internal staff to explain that their new job is now to explain the difference when they are selling this product to the client. Meaning that if someone comes in and they say, all right, I want this lash, we can say, all right, no problem. I can do the $35 lash on you, but just so you know, you're not allowed to get these wet. You can't go in the shower. You can shower, but you can't get them wet in the shower. You can lightly wash your face. That's fine, but you can't submerge them in water, because then they're going to come off and you're going to be wondering, they're going to be wondering, why are they off? And you can explain the lash extensions. You can do all those things. You can get them wet. You can do this. You can do that. You can go swimming. You can shower. You can do everything with those lashes. And I'm telling you, we were one of the first in the game doing lashes. And it was so new that people would come to the store and they were like, what are these lashes and how can you get them wet? And they were just so confused, because it was almost something of the future. I mean, imagine if you had an iWatch back in 1985. Just the fact that iWatch, you can talk to it and it can call people. It was just too advanced for people. And with our company, we had a lot of people that were frustrated because they didn't understand the better quality and they always just wanted the cheaper quality. But there's little things that you can do to just fine tune your company. And it really takes for you to just sit down and figure out what's working and not working, even down to the vacation time, personal time, employee handbook. Figure out what's working, what's making your team frustrated, what's making you frustrated, and what's making the customer frustrated. And this whole journey of entrepreneurship will be a lot easier. I hope all of this has helped. Thank you so much for tuning into the Beauty Boss Millionaire with Felicia Fracassi.
That's it for today. Tune in tomorrow for the Beauty Boss Millionaire podcast. And don't forget to follow the Beauty Boss Millionaire, Felicia Fracassi, on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok at Beauty Boss Millionaire.